birthday. First, I'm honored to have you on the line because y'all like legends in the game. Like when I was shorty, grew up in the '90s, and the song y'all had Downtown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, about 5, you know what I'm saying? About 5, when it came out. And I thought y'all was talking about the mall and things downtown. And my cousins was like, you don't even be hearing that. I'm like, no, they talking about going downtown. But then now, when I listen, I'm like, y'all was on that other situation.
Honey. Yeah, it was just a nice way to say, make this feel good, so how you do it. It's like a manual.
Cool.
Black.
I mean, from SWV, I grew up on SWV. My aunt used to play out all the time. I'd be like, turn that off, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, because I didn't know what y'all were talking about. But now I could relate to y'all because, I got, I grew up and women came in and stuff like that. So that is not true. That is not true.
Player just a little bit.
I love women,
So you know about that Downtown song, don't you?
Yes, of course I know a whole lot about it.
But see, when I was like 5, 6 years old, I thought y'all was talking about going to the mall, but now...
Well, how about this? At 5 years old, that's what you were supposed to think.
Okay.
that song was real grown.
That y'all took y'all break, it's been like 15 years or something like that, It wasn't any pressure when y'all went back into the studio to record this album, I Missed Us, because we did.
I don't think, the pressure didn't come amongst the three of us. I think the pressure was trying to get the right material that we thought that the listening audience would love. I think that was the most pressure that we had, was we wanted to make a very good product that we thought our fans would love and appreciate.
Bringing the old and the new school, like with this co-sign record.
We didn't want to go too new school. We wanted to not be so old school, but we wanted people to, when they first hear the record, we wanted them to be like, damn, that's SWV, that's the SWV record, or wow. We wanted to kind of take you to a certain place at that time when we were out before. And I think we achieved that with Cosign, because it's not old, it's not new, it's like a combination of both.
Even the people that, even the youngsters that don't even know who SWV is, they were like, I like that song.
Wow, yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Chris Brown, She Ain't You remix. How did that come about? Because I didn't play no other version of She Ain't You in my mix than, y'all collaborate.
We never even saw him, and honestly, I don't even think he really liked the damn song, for real. It was my manager's idea, I believe. It was a combination between our management and our record company. They thought that being that he did, although we both sampled Michael Jackson's song, but he pretty much took our version and redid it. So we was like, okay, because we're big, Chris Brown fans. We really respect, what he's contributed to the music industry or whatever. And we said, okay, we're going to go and do this and maybe just kind of throw it out there. And, and that's how that came about. It was just something we did for fun.
We got I Miss Us coming, but we want to let y'all know we still here. That's what I thought. But I got one of the sidekicks in the cut, Joe Black.
Hey, babe, how are you?
Wonderful. Question I want to ask: how's your relationship with you and your other group mates?
Today?
Yeah, today, because I read y'all were having problems back then, and the media takeout reported a whole bunch of nonsense, and just want to clear that up.
We definitely today. First of all, let me just say this: we have always been sisters. Regardless of what, we had our fights and we had our arguments, and there were moments we wanted to kill each other. But the bottom line is, it's all about that process, what you learn from certain situations. And I mean, we don't go through nothing that a regular family don't go through. Sometimes we want to be around each other, sometimes we don't. We have 3 different women, 3 different personalities, and we don't always think the same all the time. So I don't know why people always make it seem like because we're in a group that everything is supposed to be beautiful. Hell no. We don't want to be bothered. We don't want to. Sometimes you just want to be around a man. You don't want to see no other poo-poo. You know, but
Miss Leele is going in.
I'm gonna just tell you, I love my girls. We love each other. We in a wonderful place, musically right now, personally right now, emotionally and spiritually. So at this stage in our career, nobody could ever come between us like they did back in the day. If this thing mess up, you better believe that you gotta blame it. You have only us to blame.
Think Like a Man. Did you see that movie? Think Like a Man?
I did see that movie.
Last week, our question was, do women make men better? Because in the movie, all the, women in the movie, once they learned the game and everything like that, they, made their men step up and be better men. What's your take on?
Oh gosh, I think we're definitely capable of doing that. But the way I look at it, and I had to kind of examine my own relationship failures, and I realized that I don't think women should have to settle. I think that we have to understand who we are and what we have to contribute to a relationship, because I don't necessarily believe that you can find that somebody else can bring happiness to you. I always believe that you have to go into the situation being happy yourself so you can add happiness to the relationship. And everything will pretty much come together from that point. But I do believe that we are capable of making men stronger by complimenting them, by being their helpmate, by just lifting them up, and just pouring a bunch of positive things into them. And I believe that part, but I don't believe that you can necessarily find happiness. You need a man to find happiness. I don't believe that.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, we kind of, make them kind of want to step their game up if, we set them standards and they want to be with us.
Oh, yeah. I'm all for setting standards, but don't be unrealistic. You have to know who you are, because maybe you ain't right either. Uh-huh. So you can't expect, and since we on this is the stuff that I hate.
Okay, go ahead, let it out.
You have men. These men kill me today. Like, they want a woman that's a 10, want a 6. I'm just saying, like,
we got a red button. It's okay.
But I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say. I'm sorry. They want all of these things from us, but they don't have nothing. Like, they looking all flabby and all of that, and that's the part that I don't like. Mm-hmm. It takes a 6-pack to get a 6-pack. What you working on?
Mm-hmm. And that goes the other way around for the ladies.
Yeah, and that pisses me off. Like, you gotta be honest with yourself as far as what you're bringing to the relationship.
Already. So, hey, I appreciate your take on the movie Thing Like a Man. I'm just saying that when I watched it, I was, my eyes was all on Michael Ealy. I might have to go back. My eyes was all on Michael Ealy, because.
Well, I think from an artist standpoint, it's changed drastically. Like, the budgets are not the same. People are just not. Record companies have lost so much money because they, it's so crazy because they have all these keep it real dudes in these positions that they're not qualified to be in. So therefore, they see a cute girl that got a cute little tone or whatever, and they got a little personal thing going on. So they say, well, okay, I'm gonna sign this chick. So because she's cute, that doesn't mean she's gonna sell records. That doesn't even mean that people are gonna like her. So I say that to say record companies have lost so much money to the point where you have real talent. It makes it so much more harder for us to really, break in those doors and get the budgets that we need to make a productive record. I will never compare anything to Weak.
No. I mean, like the lyrics, like how. Oh, no.
I mean, now, honestly, it just gives you two different feels. Like, when I hear motivation, it's sexy. It's very grown and sexy. And it makes you want to, like, go to somebody and just
Get it popping.
Get the booty, yeah. But when you hear Weak, I mean, I'm not just saying this because this is our record. It's a great record, and the fans made that record great. So that's why I'm more than qualified to speak on our behalf. The record is just a great record that talks about love, and it's an honest record. It clearly says, you know, I get so weak in the knees. Like, you just make me weak. Blood starts racing through my veins. Who says that? I mean, when you feel blood have to rush through your veins in order to give you life.
Yeah,
that's deep.
true.
That's some deep stuff.
That is deep. I ain't gonna lie. That is deep. 'Cause like most of the music in the 90s, that's why I be like on YouTube, you know, with my 90s ish. I couldn't, you know, go in on my show like that, 'cause yeah.
But I love Kelly Rowland. I love the artist that she's developed herself to be, and she can stand on her own right now, and I love it. And that song Motivation, huge record, very sexy record.
Okay.
I cannot take that from her, you know, but I mean, I
Nah,
just
you
think
can't just compare it to Weak. It's just, you know, Weak is too much of a classic.
Yeah, and it just does something different. It's a different feel.